Good morning, you guys. It's Dr. Lorene, and sorry, I was like cold, so I'm drinking tea. But today I want to talk about a lot of times we experience people that, from the outward looking in, they will think that they're good people. They will think that these people are have great hearts. They will think that these people are warm, but when you spend time alone with these people, that's when you start to see their true character, their true nature of who they are. And I have a lot of experiences with that, with ex-friends, with family members. And one in particular that I'm going to talk about, highlight, is my step grandmother. And so she would be my mom's stepmother. My mom experienced as a child a lot of like just harshness from her. She was just really just downright mean to her. And that translated to us. So she just didn't like my mama because that's not her natural born baby. And she did not like us either. So she would just be so mean to us. She'd be physically abusive, verbally abusive, just disregard us. But guess what? She would find herself in church 3 times a week. She'll be in church all the time. So a person on the outside looking in would think, okay, you're in church every day, every week. That should translate you into being a good person. Excuse me, you guys. But that necessarily is not true. So that growing up will give me some confusion, because when you see someone that you feel like should behave a certain way, but they're not, it makes you look at the whole religion as fake, right? So you have this like this thing inside you, like, are they really good people? They say that they're supposed to be good people, but they're not practicing it. But as I'm doing my study and I'm reading about the Pharisees were a social group during that time who really cared about their social group, but they were priests and things like that. You guys, I want to clarify that. They really cared about outward appearances. They cared about singing in the synagogues and telling people that they're fasting because they liked the attention. But deep inside their hearts were wicked. So I read a couple passages about that, and that just reminded me of some people that I experienced growing up. That just because they go to church every week, 3 times a week, does not make them good people. And we have to remember that God examines our hearts. Society teaches us to care about the outward appearance. God does not care about our outward appearance. He cares about our hearts. That's why the Bible says that he constantly searches our heart. He searches our intentions. So what I'm going to read today is out of Matthew 23 was the first one that, excuse me, Matthew 23, it's like cold, Matthew 23. Okay, I'm gonna start this video over. Okay, you guys, I'm reading out of the NIV version. Took me a while to find it. But it says, it's in Matthew 23, verse 25. Woe to you, teachers of the law, Pharisees, you hypocrite. You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but the inside are full of greed and self-indulgence. It says that blind Pharisees, first clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then the outside also will be clean. Right? So God is talking about these people that are hypocritical, that the inside of them are wicked and dirty, but the outside of them appear to be beautiful, because these people cared about garments, they cared about how they looked, they cared about their outside appearance, they cared about the law of Moses, right? Following the laws, but their relationship, they didn't care about loving one another, right? Another verse says, woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites. You are all like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on our outside, but on the inside you are full of bones of dead and everything unclean. So that just reminds me, you guys, how God just dislikes people who present themselves another way, but internally, inside, they are not good people. They're unclean. And remember, God is judging you from your heart, your intent, your heart, you guys. And a lot of people that go to church and come out and they're treating people any kind of way, they need to realize that, like, hey, God doesn't care about that practice. You know, it's good to get you're going to church every Sunday, but he cares about if you're really allowing what you're learning biblically to penetrate your heart and change you and renew you, right? There's another verse that I wrote down from John 13. Actually wrote this down. It says, John 13, verse 35 to 34 to 35. It says, a new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, they will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. God is saying that they will know that you are a follower of me by how you treat other people. They will know that by how you love one another, how you treat other people, that you are a true disciple of mine, right? So that's what makes me think about the people. So God's saying this about your neighbor. Think about family members. He's saying to love our neighbors. He's not saying that we have to allow people to abuse us and disrespect us, but be people common respect, love them. And if you have to love them from afar, you can love them from afar as well. But this is what God is truly saying. Love one another. Love one another. Love your neighbor. And if he's telling you to love your neighbor, how do you think he feels about your family members? Your family members too. Love your family. Even that stepchild or step-granddaughter that you didn't give birth to, or your child didn't give birth to. Love that child as well, right? So that's just like my mini message for today, you guys. God does not like hypocrites. He does not like people that on the outward appearance are one way, but internally, inside of them, you guys, are another way. There's a lot of people that are out here spiritually dead. They're walking around smiling, but inside of them, it's just darkness, you guys. So they have to work on that. Have a blessed day. I hope this message helps someone. Thank you.